An affordability crisis refers to the increasing gap between the cost of essential needs and the income people earn. When basic living expenses rise faster than wages, it creates financial stress even for those who are already employed full time. The effects people who deal with change from person to person, but all of them are deeply felt. Many individuals may face chronic stress, a reduction in savings, or ever increasing debt. Housing insecurity can become common, with more people needing to rent smaller spaces, live with multiple families, or face the threat of losing their homes entirely. The crisis can also force people to make hard decisions, such as medical care versus groceries, or not pursuing education because of tuition. Mental and physical health often suffer greatly under prolonged financial strain, and families may postpone major life milestones, including having children or retiring simply because they can't afford it. The affordability crisis undermines stability, limits opportunities, and reduces overall quality of life for millions of people. And we want to talk about how people can help each other and themselves in our infographic.
Welcome to Part D, Who is our target audience? After a lot of discussion, it was very clear to us that we wanted our target audience of our infographic to be people who were impacted by the SNAP program cut. And that's nearly 42 million people in the United States, and around 12.5 million of those individuals are actually children. It has become all too clear in recent times that the government and those in power have very little interest in assisting those who are under-resourced and have limited means. That is because they're willing to do whatever it takes to prioritize and promote the greedy capitalist agenda and ideals that this country has been built upon for centuries. Because the policymakers and the wealthy aren't doing much to help those who actually need it, we wanted our infographic to be for the people, an inspirational resource that could help them to regaining part of what they have lost. A way to show them that they haven't been forgotten and are in fact deserving of living a prosperous life. We also want to show our audience that we all need to be in solidarity with one another to create a louder voice. Communities can truly get things done, and by working together, we can get the ball rolling for real change to actually happen.
Hi everyone. In this part, I will focus mainly on how we choose our sources to build our infographic. We rely on reputable government and non-profit data to get the information. For example, in the statistic one, in a American face food insecurity, it was drawn from the USDA Economic Research Service and Feeding America. The information about the SNAP reliance rising from 3.9 million people in 2020 to 41.70 million came from the USDA SNAP household report and updated for the Pew Research Center data to show how the rising cost of food. We use the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. We also, for the practical tip sections like choosing genetic brands, meal preparation, and low-cost food, we use Consumer Report and the USDA SNAP and guidance. And from the Action Collective, we use the American Community Gardening Association. We get the tips from them. And for the community actions, we use the American Community Gardening Association too, to help people to lower the grocery costs and increase access to fresh produce. In this part, we use the American Community Gardening too. So thank you.